We want people to know that our mom was a good, kind, and caring person who befriended the wrong people during her last year of life. She was a productive member of society, held a job, paid bills, and rented her own place. When we were kids, you couldn't find someone who worked harder than her for our family than she did. There was a period of 3 years where she worked 3 jobs just to make sure we could pay the mortgage and bills and everything else. Even at the expense of her worsening depression and exhausted state, she always worked hard for our family. Through all the 55 years on earth, she had one bad year. One year where she became friends with the wrong people, and despite her trying to help those less fortunate, she got roped into a world where addictions exist, and through her own struggle with mental illness, health problems, she fell victim to parts of this life. She was still striving for the future during this year, looking for additional employment to increase her hours, keeping in contact with both her daughters, that's us, other family and close friends. When you look at her life, you can see that she was a good person, and you can see that she was fighting to leave this bad year behind her. A senseless, sick excuse of a man took that from her and took her from our family. Tragically, this one bad year for my mom ended in her death. She was murdered by a man who met her in the last year of her life during this one bad year and lowest point where she was fighting to break free. This man decided that my mom was a bad person based on the mere 10 months he knew her, and for that reason, he decided to play God and kill a woman with a mental illness who had battled for years. She did the best she could for her family. She loved her daughters, saw them regularly. She was someone's child, someone's sister, and someone's friend. Because she is gone, she doesn't get to tell her story, so we are trying to. It is sickening that the only version that has been published so far about our dear mother is an account from a person who is evil and murdered her. She didn't get the chance to continue on and get better. She didn't get the chance to come to our weddings, meet her future grandbabies. This was all taken from us and from her. My mother was a fighter, a determined woman, and a deeply caring person.